you really have to ask the questions, well, what is a pyramid scheme? And get them to actually talk. And so when people say, oh, it's one of those, pyramid things, where it's like that. Oh, you mean, so like my business or like Walmart. So every business is like that. So I really ask and open up the conversation rather than just taking it. And I like what Dale said about just being confident what you really have. And so as for a Ponzi scheme, it's quite a bit different. Really, a pyramid scheme, Ponzi scheme, the summary that you could say for them generally is that it's an organization without any product or service. So a true pyramid scheme, in its essence, is actually a system in place without any product or service. So it's just the transferring of money from one person to the next person to the next person. And a true pyramid scheme, when you actually make your way up to the top, you actually cash out and are removed from the system, and you get a huge payout. So you bring people in with no product or service, you get the money flows up and everything, and then the person cashes out, and then it's your job next to get to the top. It's always this cycling thing, and the person eventually just gets thrown out and they cash out, they get tons of money. So there's no exchanging of product or service. That's the number one thing that I say to people. So educate yourself, ask the question, but have confidence that in Karatbars, we're not just, there's not no product or service. This is literally the number one gold in the world I've ever come across. So our product, the backbone of the company is in gold. And so that in and of itself is more than enough. Plus the things that Dale said, I love the things that he said. Go on to Worldwide Gold Group, go under Skeptics, do some of your own research on pyramid schemes versus Ponzi schemes and what they actually are. So when people ask you this question, because like I said, a lot of people have been in other companies with a pyramid structure, and they've been burnt, they've been hurt, so they have a bad taste. Most people are just asking out of a bad taste in their mouth or a bad experience, or they know of someone who's had that experience. And so you just need to help deflate that whole thing and actually educate them what we have, what we're actually offering, and how this can actually potentially change their lives. So that's a real easy one to deflate. For more things on that, I encourage you to do your own research, but that's what I always say, and it works great. So.
All right, thanks, Joel. And actually, one thing that I've found that's really helped to deflate that whole MLM thing, multi-level marketing is where, as far as my understanding, is when people at the top, you rank up, and then once you're at the top, you're making a higher commission percentage than the people at the bottom. For the work that the people are doing at the bottom, the top guys are taking